Well, hello there, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Sunshine for the Soul. This is part 2 of our September love reading. So if you haven't seen part 1, hop on over there. There should be a link that pops up on the right-hand corner of the screen, and then come back and finish part 2 with us. So happy that you are here today, and let's dig into this and see where it goes. So in the past, this divine masculine sees how guarded he was. He sees what he needed to clear, what energetic blockages needed to be cleared. So let's go on to the number 5 card position. Let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, number 5 is this person's strengths. So this divine masculine with the 9 of Cups, his strength is that he has had many accomplishments in his life. You see here, he's very proud of what he has been successful at. And we know 10 cups, that's like the ultimate. Well, this card, number 9, we just had the 9 of Wands, and then we had the 8 of Swords. So again, ascending 8 to 9, and then 9 and 9. But as we see here, he's very proud of the 9 cups, the 9 trophies he has sitting behind him displaying. This is a proud person. This is not someone who sits in ego. This person works very hard to accomplish the things he does. But with the 9 trophies proudly displayed, there is one trophy that he does not have. There's one cup that has eluded him. 9s are about endings and completion. So we saw that in the past he was ending a cycle of being a wounded warrior, of self-sabotaging, and this 9 here is an ending, a beginning, possibly to obtain this 10th cup, right? Because we started off with the general energy of truth or clarity needing to be brought to a situation, somebody wanting to collaborate, fix somebody's heartache, maybe their own and somebody else's, and they were confused on how to do that. And in the past, they had to clear those energetic blockages. They had to heal, even though they were optimistic. They had walked away from something because they weren't in tune with themselves. They weren't listening to their intuition. And so they had to do healing. They had to touch in and reacquaint themselves with their higher selves, with their intuition. And now we have that their strength is that they are very good at bringing things, manifesting things into their life. With the 2 of Pentacles, it says that their strength is they juggle. They have a lot of aspects that they are juggling at this time. I'm clarifying the 9 of Cups. And we've got the 2 of Pentacles so far. So, like I said, a strength is their ability to juggle. Sounds like a nurse. A nurse has to critically think and balance so many different things going on at the same time. And this divine masculine juggles lots of obligations. That's what it looks like to me. They have a very full life with responsibilities, but they do it. I think whatever situation this was in the past, it seems to me like they were pretty unprepared for it. It was something that probably came out of left field, and without the healing done, it was just something that needed to kind of have a little more attention drawn to it. So let's get one more clarifier on the 9 of Cups. And we've got the King of Swords in the reverse. All right, so what is the King of Swords? That's kind of stepping out. Let me get a couple more cards on the King of Swords, because the King of Swords is someone that didn't speak their truth. So this is saying what their strength is. And then we've got the Justice card, number 11, Libra energy. The Swords is also air, communication, and thoughts. And we just had flung out the 10 of Wands, clarifying this King of Swords upside down. All right, so let's break this down. The King of Swords in the reverse. This is someone that has, this is interesting. So unlike, about the truth and him not speaking their truth, and that could be a King of Swords upside down, could be someone that is manipulative, abusive, but that doesn't make sense because we're talking about his strength, and it's saying that he's got all these accomplishments, he knows how to juggle. So this is an interesting definition of the King of Swords in the reverse. This represents quiet power. So this is the silent deadly guy that sits in the back of the room you think isn't paying attention or listening to things, yet they're fully focused in, strategizing even 10 steps ahead of whatever else is going on. This is the Gerard Butler guy from Law Abiding Citizen. He's the mastermind. He has a lot of power that he keeps repressed as he's quietly working in the background. Very friggin' interesting. His strength is that he's got a quiet, silent, but deadly powerful energy. He doesn't have to be doing it in the public. Whatever he does, it's in the backgrounds. And the Justice card, number 11, again, that's both Libra energy and Libra energy. We've got air element here. This is quiet power, bringing balance and harmony. And with the 10 of Wands, clarifying the King of Swords in the reverse, this is releasing burdens. It's been a long trip, but they are nearing the end. So we saw that his strength is juggling his obligations and his responsibilities, right? He's had a lot of success in his life. He quietly works behind the scenes to bring this balance and this harmony into his reality to release these burdens. And it has been a very long trip, and this says that his strength is that he's kept going. He hasn't given up hope. So the near future, to start off with, we've got the 4 of Cups, and this is a divine masculine sitting at the base of the tree. His legs are crossed, his arms are crossed, and when you read body language, that's about kind of in defiance and stubbornness and no, I'm not going to take this cup. So the near future, a divine gift, a hand reaching out, offering them what I assume is this 10th cup. We have had for the cups in this reading 8, 9, and 10 already. So again, sequence. Building sequence. This building sequences things is really weird. But we can see that this is a stubborn divine masculine. He wanted to work for this cup himself. You know, he didn't want anyone handing him nothing. He wanted to feel deserving of the gift. So if the gift is coming back around, this card is showing, this stubborn state. Let's clarify this. And I've changed decks to the Dark Mansion so we can get some repeat cards if necessary. Clarify the 4 of Cups in the near future. The Fool is they didn't take a risk. The 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. And the World card. So in the near future, the Fool, card number 0 in the reverse, is they don't want to take a risk foolishly. They don't want to be too impulsive. Now, this does speak about a new beginning. It says, however, you shall jump into decisions foolishly without thinking. That in the future, that's what they don't want to do. They're offered this gift. They didn't want to squander it looks like to me. And in love, the Fool reversed is the love outcome means the relationship might feel like it never truly had taken off. Whatever offer this was, their guard came up because we saw in the past they were healing from a wound, and maybe they never got to know this person and it didn't progress as they would have liked it to. So in the near future, again, it's weird because we keep seeing, kind of what he doesn't want. So going forward, it's like, nope, I want to make sure I'm doing this myself. I want to make sure I'm worthy of it. I don't want to take a risk foolishly. Now let's look at the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. So the 7 of Pentacles is slow to flourish. All right. It's fostering something slowly, taking your time. Very slow progress, nurturing, perseverance. So in the future, they don't want to come in foolishly like the clown. They want to make sure that they're very intentional. This is someone that wants to slow roll it, if you know what I mean. Nice and slow, savoring every moment of the experience. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be in a state of gratitude, savoring every moment that we are having this experience. Funny enough, this is saying in the future, the Seven of Cups in the reverse is an auspicious time for a good time to happen. So if you've been constantly putting in an effort, you would see progress results in the way soon. So, this is seeing the results. They want to make sure they have results, but they want to slow roll it and not be foolish about it. This near future is pretty interesting. You gotta admit, this character is very interesting. On this card, he has a gray beard. He's like the farmer with the rake in his hands, and he's planted all the pentacles. So let's look at the final card describing this Four of Cups in the future, this opportunity that once again is being presented to a divine masculine character, and the World card is card number 21. It's 1010. So when I first look at the World card, it represents all the elements. We know the World card can mean travel in the future. It could mean a beginning of a new cycle. Okay, so in the future, this is all about achieving a dream that you have had. Maybe this involves, getting married, having kids, or simply being in a relationship where you feel very content, safe, loved, and dedicated. So in the future, this divine masculine, knowing that this gift is coming up again, knowing that they diligently worked and planned to heal their wounds, to listen to their intuition about something that they had walked away from, that there was no truth, no clarity. They've been releasing burdens. They've got a lot of accomplishments in their life. But this last cup that was offered in the past, it seems to me like they were very stubborn about it. Like they didn't want to just take that cup and run with it. They wanted to work for it. They wanted to be deserving of that gift. They didn't want to act foolishly. And now very slowly they have been working towards this new future that they've been building, and they are all about achieving this big dream that they have. So let's look at the rest of this. All right, so in the future, this divine masculine going out to achieve this dream that they've worked very hard for. They've been healing old wounds, healing past heartbreaks, releasing burdens. They're well accomplished. They just have this 10th cup. They're learning now to listen to their intuition. And it's giving them an opportunity once again to have this success, to have a dream come true that they've had for a very long time. And what I think is interesting about this reading is that King of Swords in the reverse is that this divine masculine was quietly working behind the scenes. That's what this says. None of this is in the open. None of this is something you would see. I mean, even their best friends or parent may not know about the transformation that this divine masculine has gone through, this intentional transformation, and have a rebirth, a new beginning with someone. Now again, it doesn't say who this person is. It doesn't say it's actually, there's a lot of love here, a lot of cups. So it's probably romantic, but this could be platonic. All of this could be about a parent getting their shit together to reacquaint with a child, or vice versa, a child getting their shit together to reacquaint with parents. I just saw 2929. And yeah, this can be a lot of different things. But what I like about this reading so far is seeing the diligence of the character. The Gerard Butler, not in a creepy way, quietly working behind the scenes, like being very specific and strategic and knowing what they had to do and following these steps. So in the future, they were going to have success. This is a person that seems to me like they don't like to fail. And that makes sense. It's 1018. Actually, it makes sense because they have 9 of 10 cups. So let's keep going. We have the 7th card position. All right, so we see it the second time around trying to manifest this new beginning, this transformation in a situation. And card number 7 is the suggested approach, or the one that they are aiming for. So we could also look at this, the one they're going to approach this with. We know they're trying to achieve something big. We see all the work they've done. So this is going to be how they're going to approach the situation. And we've got the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, so the Two of Pentacles character is reassessing priorities and goals and deciding where you want to spend your time and energy. So the approach is going to be specific. There's no use of coming in and talking to somebody or fixing something if you don't have the energy to put towards it. Or they could be saying, I'm juggling a lot right now. I'm juggling too many things. This could mean that they're a little under pressure. This is pushing yourself. Okay, so the suggested approach here means you're facing difficulties in balancing with expectations. So they're trying to manage their expectations is what I see. I'm going to get clarifiers on this. So yeah, they're trying to manage their expectations. They know they're facing difficulties in balancing out whatever this connection or the situation was. They know that already. I mean, they went through so much. They know what they're facing. So let's clarify the Two of Pentacles. How are they aiming to come in? Their approach to this situation. Pretty smart to manage their expectations. You can't really have any. And I had a bunch of cards just drop out. All right, because it's the approach, this is the action that they're going to take. I'm going to dig into all of these. All right, so his approach may to come in and explain why in the past they were King of Wands in the reverse. Now this is an indication of maybe being insecure and distrust. And that would make sense because we saw the wounded warrior. We saw the self-imposed prison and the healing that needed to be done. This also can mean that this person had been given the role as a leader, responsibility of taking care of other people, and they just didn't feel ready for that role. They had a lot of juggling going on in the Two of Pentacles. Yep, juggling expectations. Three of Cups out for the second time. And this is collaboration, teamwork. This is coming together. So what that shows me is that there was a lot of people in the mix. I think this is the explanation. This approach is they're coming in without expectations. They know need to balance out, but they really want to explain themselves here. So this Divine Masculine, like I said, may have been put in a leadership position that they weren't ready for. That could be something external, but this could be saying that, I wasn't ready to collaborate in a connection like this, even though the universe was divinely guiding and offering me this opportunity. This Divine Masculine is going to explain that they really just weren't ready. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of people in the mix, a lot of responsibilities. They may have had to step into a leadership role within their family, which is all new probably for this Divine Masculine. So he's explaining this. And next we're going to look at the Two of Wands. And upright, the Two of Wands is someone that's walking on a tight wire, like trying to balance all these different things, balance their obligations, balance their passions, balance their desires, balance themselves out internally, healing from those wounds, learning to listen to your intuition. So, this is all about bringing balance and harmony back into a situation that they had walked away from, and this is the explanation of why they had walked away. So let's look at the Two of Wands in reverse a little more. This is a person who is going to come in and say that they needed to set up some long-term goals, that they had no stability, that they were in this process with all these burdens, all these obligations, and they really needed to kind of like put their shit in check. They had to go back to the drawing board. They had to start from scratch. There was a lot of delays because of the situation this Divine Masculine was in, and it may not be the right time for them to make a move. So their hands were tied. What they're saying is, someone else was pulling my strings. I didn't even have the ability to make a move forward in the situation. Unfortunately, not even to bring truth or clarity. So with this person walking away, this may have been even a ghosting situation where they just flat out hightailed it and said, there's nothing I can do about this right now. Their hands were literally tied. They were bound. They were in a prison. They found themselves in a place in their life that they hadn't been before. So the last card describing the suggested approach about managing their expectation to bring, balance. They know they're facing a difficult situation here, to bring truth and clarity to a situation. The Four of Swords. Okay, so we've got the Two of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Four. Again, 2, 3, 4 sequence. Four of Swords is about healing. And the Divine Feminine is displayed on this card, sitting on a throne. And she's moved all the way over, and there's an empty seat with her on the throne. The suggested approach is that he's coming in to explain his absence. Why he hasn't been sitting on the throne with this Divine Feminine. So this just turned more into a love reading. I've been trying to escape this. You could look at the Divine Feminine as career or mother or child. You can go this way. But, with the Divine Masculine Feminine Twin Flame thing, this is a Divine Feminine reminisced and waited and looked at that empty spot on that throne. She looked at that empty spot in her bed. She looked at that empty spot at her table. And it looks like she really longed for him as he was healing. That's what I see here. This is the empty side of the bed. Constantly reminded her of his absence. So he's coming in and he's going to explain his absence. All right, number 8 position, what you need to know. So if you're listening to this, what do you need to know about this situation? And we've got the 8 of Swords in the reverse. So the 8th position was the 8 of Swords, and we've already had the 8 of Swords, but now it's not in a self-imposed prison. What you need to know is that they have broken out of the self-imposed prison. They are no longer blinded. They can see things clearly now. Their thoughts that once kept them trapped, they have changed those thoughts. They've changed those belief systems. And they can see clearly now. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. All right, don't get me to sing. I suck at that. Let's get a clarifier for the 8 of Swords. What we need to know. Okay, we know they've busted out of that prison. We know they can see things clearly. Now that song's gonna be in my head. What else? What else do we need to know about this divine? Ooh, spinner. Ace of Swords upright now, you guys. It was in the reverse as the main card. Now we have that Ace of Swords upright. And that thing flung out and spun around and landed upright. And now we've got the Chariot, the action card. Oh my gosh, this is so hysterical. What we need to know is that truth is going to be spoken, okay? This is in the physical. Truth is coming. And the Chariot, card number 7, backs that up. That's fast action. That is moving forward, travel. So 2 words I see, truth and travel. What you need to know, this person is on the move. They want to explain things. They want to bring clarity to this situation. There may have not been clarity before, but we see through this reading, this entire process shows what this person has gone through, what this Divine Masculine has experienced, getting himself to the point where he can come back in and explain things. All right, so the 9th position is hopes and fears. Okay, so we've got the 2 of Wands in the reverse. And what I noticed right off the bat is we've had the 2 of Wands now twice. And we have had the 2 of Pentacles twice, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So now we've got the 2 of Wands in the reverse, hopes and fears. Let's see what this brings. And we saw before that the 2 of Pentacles was, starting over from scratch, time to go back to the drawing board. So I'm going to say that their fear is that they won't have success, that it won't go the way they want it to go, and they'll have to go back and start all over again, like repurpose themselves, come up with another 10th cup to pursue. Remember, this is this Divine Masculine's 10th cup. It's very important to him, or else he wouldn't have done all this work. But as of right now, I think his biggest fear is that he doesn't have success, and he's got to be prepared for that. He's got to know going in that if this doesn't work out, I'm going to be okay. And when you get to a point in your life, that's when you kind of get the fuckets, where you're just like, I know I'm going to land on my feet either way, so it doesn't hinder you anymore. You just go for it. You don't have those fears anymore because you're okay. You've proven to yourself over and over again that I'm going to land like a cat on my 2 feet. So let's get some clarifiers and see what other hopes and fears he has. All right, let's clarify the 2 of Wands in the reverse. We're asking about hopes and fears, and that flung out the Ace of Wands in the reverse, kind of twisted around. That's being able to have a new beginning. And the King of Swords. So that's hopes and fears. So fearful that he won't be able to have a new beginning and become that King of Swords, to step into that truth. Remember, before he was the King of Swords in the reverse. So that was the King of Wands. I'm sorry. So we've got 2 kings out, and we had the Chariot. Things won't work out, and he'll have to go back to the drawing board. Clarified by the Ace of Wands. He won't be able to manifest a new beginning in the physical. That's another fear. This desire that he has, that he's worked very hard for. And his hope is that she sees him as the King of Swords. That she sees that he's speaking his truth. That he is truthful about the approach, explaining why he had to walk away from something, why he had to go on a journey of self-discovery, and then why there was a ghosting, why there was no communication, and now he's returning and explaining his absence, and he wants to be seen truthful as the King of Swords. And now the 10th position, the outcome, key, or the result. And at first looking at this, you think, oh, this is terrible. It's the 3 of Swords. So again, now we've had 3, 3, 3, 3 come out in this reading. Now, the 3 of Swords this is someone's heart getting stabbed. The clouds are raining down on them. This is loss, heartbreak, pain. So I'm asking if this character overcomes these challenges and he rides this chariot forward as the King of Swords to speak his truth and explain why he walked away, and we've seen his progress. This is an in-depth reading of inside the mind of a divine masculine. What about this heartache and pain and loss? Is this the biggest thing that he's worried about? Like this outcome, this key or result is heartbreak? That doesn't make sense. So let's clarify that. Oh, we've got another ace, the Ace of Pentacles. He doesn't want heartbreak. He wants a new beginning in the physical. And it will break his heart if he cannot have this new beginning. We've seen this masculine go through this whole process of coming across the gift from the universe and then not being ready for it, walking away, not listening to their intuition, not being able to make a choice because they had past heartbreaks and they were mistrusting about collaborating with somebody. They planned, they took it upon themselves to dig in deep and heal those wounds because they've probably been a wounded warrior forever. They were in a self-imposed prison of negativity, only focusing on that past and what they didn't have. When all along they're still producing, they have 9 of Cups, but that 10th cup eluded them. They juggled obligations. They quietly were working behind the scenes to bring balance, to bring a situation back into truth, and they had to release a lot of burdens. And this character went through so much to get to this point. All they can think about now is if I come in this chariot to speak my truth and I can't have this new beginning, it is just absolutely going to break his heart. So we've been talking about how that kind of may have been a hindrance, or what took this character a while, a long time to heal, is that he had to be prepared for the loss. He sees everything clearly. Let's get one more card clarifying that 3 of Swords. All right, I've got 2. I've got the 8 of Cups again, and I've got the 8 of Swords in reverse again. 8, infinity. So he's saying it will break my heart, and this is a divine feminine, if she walks away. If she won't come back to him as he's returning to her, that will absolutely break his heart. And the Eight of Swords, for the second time, is that he just wants her to be able to see things clearly. So they're hoping that she can see clearly too. They're hoping that she sees the truth, that she hears the words that he's saying and recognizes it as the King of Swords, that he is truthful and he holds himself with integrity and honor. He desperately does not want to have any heartbreak. He doesn't want her to leave. He doesn't want her to walk away. It would kill him if she did. So let's ask one more card from the universe, okay? One more card. Let's close this off. Let's ask, what is the Divine Feminine gonna do? What does the Divine Feminine do? Let's reassure this Divine Masculine. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors. I'm back on the Universal deck. I'm pulling a card off the top. What does she do? Virgo energy. She comes out of hermit mode. She's no longer researching. She's no longer buried. She's no longer hiding. Card number 9, okay? She comes out. Even though she's unsure of victory, she's not sure if they can have victory here. She knows that they've both held on. Again, 4 of Pentacles. We've had 4 and 4. So she's held on for a long time. We saw that. We saw that she held on. And the 10 of Pentacles. To have a 10 of Pentacles. This is a power couple. This is putting your 5 Pentacles, my 5 Pentacles together. Your 9 Cups, my 9 Cups, bringing it together. This is about building an empire. You know, this is about having, you know, your dogs, kids, family. You know, this is a celebration. This is like at a castle. Look at that. That's so cool. This is coming together in union and having something beautiful. And the final card is the King of Wands. He's not the King of Wands in the reverse, you know, where he was quiet, where he was quietly working behind the scenes. Now he's the King of Wands in the public. Now he's exposed everything. The salamander right here shows that he's a chameleon. He can change and adapt when he needs to. And I'll tell you, this King of Wands is a badass. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Peace.